What's going on, everybody? Hope you've been keeping well on your side. It's so good to be back. I'm back to posting content, everything like that. We're going to be uploading, try and stay consistent. Of course, that is the goal at the end of the day. And obviously, post good content, talk about good topics, all things like that, connecting everybody with everything. You know what I'm saying? So, in today's video, we've actually got it's going to be another AI topic, and I feel like I've been talking a lot about AI recently. But honestly, in my opinion, there's a lot of things going on in the AI world that will affect a lot of aspects of our life, and this is one of them. Obviously, I made my most recent AI video is actually about the Grok AI situation. If you didn't if you don't know about that, or if you didn't know about that, go check out the video after this one. But yeah, in today's video, I'm going to be specifically focused on AI, like generative images and like modeling specifically, and whether this is the question of the video. Obviously, you must let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on whether AI, like models, AI modeling, I should say, will replace real models in the future, So I'm saying, let's just paint a picture, for example. I'd say, for example, a brand. Let's take Adidas, right? So Adidas is going to release a new shoe, or they're going to release some clothing, like apparel or whatever. Okay, maybe Adidas wasn't like the best, but let's say they're going to release some new sports gear or whatever, right? And they've got to do some campaigns, where they're going to be having models in it, and they're going to be wearing the sweater, maybe the pants or something to go with it. Now, instead of hiring, normal, like, human, real people, models and stuff like that, to be in like the commercials maybe, or in the pictures that they're going to use, to advertise the clothing, or even in videos. Instead of using real people, they're going to be using a generative AI model, that gets made, and gets put in software or whatever, and then you just drop the clothing and the images, and you can like adjust, and you can make the environment, whatever. You can put them on like a tennis court or on a football pitch or whatever you want to do, and even if you take that out of account, obviously that's like a whole other thing. But I'm focusing on the AI modeling specifically. So let's say it's not even a video. Let's say it's a picture, right? And you can just drag and drop your clothing and stuff like that onto the model. Now, for me, I think that is very far in the future, because I feel like as far as videos are going right now, I think we're still far off like that being as smooth sailing, and undetectable AI as some things are now, because obviously some videos look better than others. But some pictures, of course, recently, like, as far as the AI space is concerned, a lot of things are looking not foolproof, but like real versus fake, that kind of proof, that kind of test. If you put two pictures of one AI generated and one not, side to side, some of the best photos look undetectable, Obviously, you can run it through like software, and they can tell you things like that. But I'm not talking about that now. Obviously, I'm talking about like the AI side of things. And I think it's a very interesting prospect, especially for companies, especially if it becomes cheaper, of course, to use this generative computer software, to let the company use that instead if it's cheaper. Obviously, they're trying to make more money. They're trying to be more profitable. So that is definitely a route they would take if it becomes like super accessible for companies, or even if it's like at the top notch companies, like only these super professional, big name, high quality brands use this. Because there's an article I actually read, it's in the description of the video, that you guys can go check out, that like upcoming model or upclothing brands and things like that want to have models being used for their clothing. They don't really have the luxury of like hiring people and everything like that. If you have something super specific in mind and you're looking for someone specific, it's difficult for you to do that, and pay them, of course. So then you got kind of look the other out, and it's like, oh my word, there's this AI like software company that is developing this application or this tool, for example, where you can just put your clothing on this AI model, and then they'll do the rest. And that's kind of crazy, to me. I think the one thing that really keeps modeling, like especially people, like the modeling industry, is because a lot of people want to see specific people do things, So, for example, if I'm seeing, I don't know, what can I take, for example? Let's say LeBron James, like, let's say, for example, if he's advertising a car, like maybe he's doing something for Toyota or whatever, Maybe if you're seeing him driving the car, obviously we're kind of branching off into advertisement specifically, but if we see him driving the car, and oh my word, LeBron is in a Toyota ad, I really like LeBron, so I would automatically like Toyota, or it would really speak to people who's fans of LeBron, and they would check out, Toyota stuff and see what they're up to and blah, blah, blah. There is that pull, that interest because of the person. Now, if you talk about that, you can also go into the deeper woods of things like, oh, are you going to say that maybe one day there'll be AI generative celebrities, where their likeness, for example, can be sold to different companies? Like, especially in terms of likeness, like a lot of games and a lot of movies and things like that have actors that are in the movie as a character, and sometimes their likeness gets used in different what's the word I should say, merchandise. You know, like Robert Downey Jr., for example, he was Iron Man, right? And his face is on the Iron Man toy. So he's not Robert Downey Jr. as the toy, he's as Iron Man as the toy, but his face is Iron Man. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like that, especially with modeling as well. If you see like someone doing something for like a commercial, or like, you know, whether it's perfume, whether it's clothing, whether it's a brand, whether it's fast food, whatever, you know, you kind of see the ad, you see the person, and then you see the brand. Those two coincide with each other. And I think AI, in terms of generating all that, I think it's a bit far off in terms of, you know, it being done and being applicable today. I know there are a lot of things in the works, but if you ask me, like, will modeling be taken over by the AI space as well eventually? I think maybe not taken over, but definitely be implemented more, you know, in different aspects of it, because I think there's so much that goes into the subtleties of like modeling and having a not brand, but having an item or something like that being modeled with, you know, like the person might have some type of flair or some type of characteristic that just adds something, you know, to the modeling. Now, as far as pictures go, I don't know as far as pictures go, because I think like if you can just take something and put it on that person in the photo and use that as the model and then ship it off, I think that is something that's definitely possible, you know. But in terms of like the celebrity side of things, where you have them modeling for something specific or wanting them to do something specifically, using that celebrity because they have a lot of followers, they have a lot of fans, you know, around the world and everything like that, that is a different story, obviously, because now we're getting into advertising. But fashion and modeling and everything like that coincides with advertising, especially because you're like needing to sell something, you know, so advertising obviously coincides with that. But it's just an interesting topic to talk about, and like I said, the article is in the description if you guys want to go check it out. And feel free to leave your thoughts on like this AI modeling world, you know, that's going on right now. A lot of stuff is being worked on, especially as far as like generative images, you know, videos even. Will companies even like use people in their ads, you know? And I mean, as far as celebrity AI is going, you know, we've got like voices already. You've seen like, I don't know if you guys seen this, but like the 3 presidents, for example, they will like play video games. There's like a lot of videos online about that, you know. So I don't know how far the laws are about that, like what you can do, what you can't do, or how will companies work around this, all that type of stuff. It was a very interesting topic to raise to you, so I'm interested to see what you guys say. But that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I hope you're doing well yourself. Like I said, hope you've been keeping well, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Like I said, feel free to leave your comments in the comment section below. So take care, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.